All they do is win.
Back to Iguodala. Iguodala puts it up. It's good. And this best-of-7 series is tied at 1 game apiece.
All they do is win. I'ma raise the trophy up once again.
When you get to this stage, our DNA shows up.
It was a great win. Now we got to go home and protect our home floor.
It's going to be even harder on the road. We just have to buy into ourselves. Come out hard, strong, no mistakes, no turnovers.
News Warriors fans did not want. That MRI on Klay Thompson confirming a hamstring strain. He's officially questionable for Game 3 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night at Oracle. They say he's going to put in some work today and tomorrow in hopes of playing because he wants to. The news not so good for Kevon Looney. The Warriors forward injured in Game 2 did not play in the second half. His MRI showed a cartilage fracture on the right side of his upper body. He will be out indefinitely. Joining us to break all this down, Stephen A. Smith, now on SportsCenter. Stephen A. Looney out indefinitely. Klay listed as questionable. Although the Warriors are optimistic that he will play tomorrow night. How much trouble are the Warriors in if Klay doesn't play?
Well, I think they could be in a world of trouble. There's no question about it because Klay Thompson is one of the elite shooters this game has ever seen. He's averaging 23 on about 53% shooting in this series, 58% from three-point range. I mean, my goodness, you're going to miss that. But when you consider the fact that they've got a plethora of injuries to take into consideration, Klay Thompson is questionable. You got Kevon Looney, who's out. DeMarcus Cousins played 8+ minutes in Game 1. Put in nearly 28 in Game 2. You got to wonder what kind of lingering effect that's going to have for him in Game 3. You got Iguodala. Your concerns about the calf injury that he sustained in Game 1. So all of this stuff puts even more pressure on Steph Curry. He's one of the elite shooters the game has ever seen. There's no, in my opinion, the best the game has ever seen. But the flip side to it is that from a physicality perspective, you can put a body on them. You can make them feel your elbows. You can make them feel those slaps on the wrist and things of that nature. And if you don't have anybody else to be concerned about because of the injury sustained by others, that gives you more of a license to key on him, make sure he feels your presence, feels your physicality, your girth, your mass, your weight, etc. And you never know what kind of effect that could have. So the reality is that the Golden State Warriors are just being hampered because one injury after another continues to plague them. I'm trying to tell you right now, it keeps going on like this. Instead of the Oracle, we're going to be calling it a nursery, for crying out loud. I don't know what the hell's going on. Everybody's getting hurt.
I think you might be right. I want to go back for a second because you mentioned DeMarcus Cousins. How much more do you think he and the rest of that Warriors bench can contribute?
See, that's the problem, Jay. I'm not a doctor. I'm many things. I know I got an honorary doctorate degree from my alma mater, but I'm no doctor. You understand? I'm no surgeon. I can't tell you this stuff. I'm worried about them being able to stay healthy. If they were healthy, this series is over in 5 at the most, possibly a sweep. But with all of these bodies going down, you just don't know. Literally coming into Game 4, we can find ourselves in a situation where Kevin Durant, Andre Iguodala, DeMarcus Cousins, Klay Thompson, Kevon Looney can't go. As a result of that, Draymond Green's going to have to step up. He's going to have to make perimeter shots. He's my MVP in these first 2 games, but he's going to have to make perimeter shots. Steph Curry's going to have to stay healthy, make perimeter shots. Quinn Cook could be pivotal because if he could come off the bench and give you solid minutes at the point guard spot, you could switch Steph to the 2, create some opportunities for him, and you could see where it goes. But DeMarcus Cousins clearly helps because his presence alone neutralized DeMarcus Gasol, neutralized Serge Ibaka, and if he can do that, it's a plus. But again, what's the concern? He put in 28 minutes in Game 2. Is it going to affect him in Game 3? I'm telling you right now, I've never seen anything like it. It's almost like Stephen A. Smith running out there for the first time. I mean, I ain't running a while. I might catch a hamstring injury for somebody. That's how bad it is right now.
I was going to say, they may need to dust off that jumper to go because they don't have anybody else to play. We'll see.
The jumper would fall. The jumper would fall. I'd be all right for 5 minutes. The other 43, damn, I'd be in a lot of trouble. I really would. I really would. I ain't got that kind of stamina back in me.
Okay, all right. Stephen A. Smith, thank you, brother.
That would add some spice to the finals.
It really would, yeah.
Entering the game, Stephen A. Smith. Come